The youngest player in the gangster mafia game, 50 Cent, is making headlines for his recent explosive comments on Diddy.
Like, first he was amping him to get style. Then he was like, when we gonna get the chance to kick it, like we could just hang out.
We've all known that 50 has been at odds with his seniors from the beginning of his career. But now that people are exposing Sean Combs, 50 is taking this chance to reveal Diddy's association with the industry's worst criminal, RKelly.
RKelly and Did You Ever Think playing as a background, and you have RKelly and Diddy forming together.
Even though many are impatient for the rap legends to lock jaws, it's quite clear who will win the round. Keep your ears open, guys, because we've got some hot tea to spill. While Diddy is involved in recurrent legal battles, 50 has once again jumped on the chance to troll him. Fifth hopped on social media to roast Diddy. He posted a peculiar photo that merged Diddy and RKelly's faces on Twitter. He garnished the post with a soundtrack by a disgraced R&B singer's 1998 song, Did You Ever Think? He said, "Diddy do it? Coming soon, GLG Greenlight Gang," and another one.
That 50 is coming out with an official documentary about Diddy, and now he's taunting even more with his recent Instagram post.
He continued the scathing remarks saying, "Rapper, I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. If he's smart, he will file bankruptcy now. Anyone with real money knows why I'm saying this. I'm the best producer for the job, guys. It doesn't take a genius to realize what 50 is trying to insinuate here." Page 6 reported that G-Unit is developing a documentary about Diddy and his recent controversies. Now, if you think that's all 50 did, you've got another thing coming. The Get Rich or Die Tryin' rapper took to Instagram to share more thoughts on Diddy's SA legal troubles. No, he will be fine. He has so much money. When his corporate partners pull out, he will just reach in his pockets and make it happen. You saw how fast he paid Cassie. He's a real billionaire. He has you money, guys. So you. As Combs continued to do damage control amid his ongoing controversy, Cent has decided to mock his fellow rapper by offering him a pseudo-lifeline, while taking a few shots at him in the process. You see, the legal trouble seems to be more serious than many thought, because the Diddy-founded TV network REVOLT announced that the 54-year-old mogul would be stepping down from his role as chairman. The official statement read, "While Mr. Combs has previously no operational or day-to-day role in the business, this decision helps ensure that REVOLT remains steadfastly focused on our mission to create meaningful content for the culture and amplify the voices of all Black people throughout this country and the African diaspora." 50 Cent took to X to propose an offer right away. "I'll buy that from you, Playboy, for the low, because you know Cadillac and AT&T gonna pull out. I'll give you a few dollars for it now. Sell it to me, then we can be friends. I'm serious, call my phone." The public firmly believes that 50 has the right to do an explosive documentary on Diddy because he has been hinting at Diddy's real face for years. I was wondering when someone was going to do a documentary about this situation. It's fitting that it's 50 Cent, because he's been trolling Diddy for years, and he has the courage and resources to do it. A documentary is what finally brought down RKelly. Let's hope the same thing happens here. To top it off, following the announcement of a lawsuit by Cassie against Diddy for allegations of inhumane behavior, 50 Cent has persistently ridiculed Puff. Despite the relatively swift resolution between the singer and her former boyfriend, 50 maintained a skeptical stance. In a now-deleted Instagram post, the ex-G-Unit boss remarked, "He really dropped the cash real quick. Insinuating guilt from his perspective, I send you this. It means I want my money before tomorrow. I won't wait until Monday."
Abuse, that he controlled every aspect of her life. He is accused of frequently beating her and would hide her in hotel rooms for days.
Shortly before Combs stepped down, Dawn Montgomery, a co-host of Monuments and Me, a show dedicated to Black women's successes and issues, declined to return to the podcast for a new season because of her personal conviction as a assault survivor. Montgomery told NBC News, "I still would like to hear from REVOLT's leadership, as there are men in those positions who could have provided a safe space for SA survivors like myself. I cannot sign back on and say that I want to be paid to do a podcast where a few of the episodes were probably going to reflect this conversation. Diddy and his people could never do anything towards me to make me feel like I needed to continue to be quiet." Coming back to Diddy, this isn't the first time 50 Cent has commented on Diddy's public troubles. A short while back, the rapper posted footage from Screamfest 2007 to his Instagram, showing Diddy smacking Jay-Z's butt on stage. 20 machine guns only get 10 months, Diddy in the back, patting on N butts, he wrote. Nah, I ain't with it. I ain't never been with it. For a short jog in the Emery Lane, in the lawsuit filed in federal district court in Manhattan, Cassandra Ventura revealed that not long after she met him in 2005, when she was 19, he began a pattern of control and exploitation that included stimulating her with substances, physically harming her, and forcing her to have intercourse with a succession of male prostitutes while he filmed the encounters.
It's so many years that they were together that if this is true, to be going through something like that for that long and remain silent, and can you imagine how many other people?
The lawsuit stated, Combs began aggressively pursuing Ventura, who signed with Bad Boy at age 19 and quickly catapulted to fame, inviting himself to a gathering for her 21st birthday where he forcibly kissed her and immediately exerted his power and influence.
Here in LA, that they had gone out to dinner, and after dinner, went back to her place. He dropped her off, but she claims that he forced his way into her home.
But as one can imagine, due to Combs' higher status as the founder of Bad Boy Records, Ventura could not refuse his advances or substances, for that matter, without jeopardizing her career. Despite her efforts to escape Combs' toxic relationship, Cassie was repeatedly tracked down by his vast network of corporations and affiliated entities and compelled to return to him. In a statement, Cassie explained her intention of broaching the subject by saying, "After years in silence and darkness, I am finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships." With the expiration of New York's Adult Survivors Act fast approaching, it became clear that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I have experienced and that I will be recovering from for the rest of my life. Fans are right beside Cassie on this one. They hope that Diddy's other victims will learn from her example and speak out about their own Diddy nightmare. 2023, the year of exposure. I believe he did every bit of it. Kudos and much respect to this young lady's bravery, opening up the door for every one of his victims to come forth and tell their truths and what they've endured at the hands of this disgusting so-called man. Starting with the band members he had walking to get ice cream that show for me made me side-eye him then. Cassie, hopefully his other victims will see you throw up to hat and follow suit. However, despite Cassie's best efforts, the police are not investigating Diddy for the charges leveled against him. If you think about it, this is a very blatant power play that is happening before our very eyes. CNN reported. In response, a lawyer for Mr. Combs, Ben Brafman, claimed that Cassie is using the lawsuit to extort money from his client. He said, Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. For the past 6 months, Mr. Combs has been subjected to Miss Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Despite withdrawing her initial threat, Miss Ventura has now resorted to filing a lawsuit riddled with baseless and outrageous lies, aiming to tarnish Mr. Combs' reputation and seeking a payday. Although Diddy vehemently denied the allegations, he used his fast hand to deal with the problem. You see, just after a day of filing, Diddy was able to settle the score with Cassie. This sudden development in the case blatantly highlights Diddy's guilty conscience. Interestingly, the settlement was announced in a statement sent by attorney Douglas Wigdor, who represents Cassie. In a statement, Cassie said, "I have decided to resolve this matter amicably on terms that I have some level of control. I want to thank my family, fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support." That's it for today. See you at the next one. Goodbye.